This is Talk About Topeka on Gab Local TV and TV 25. This episode brought to you by Field of Greens and The Break Room. And here's your host, Chris Schultz.
Friends, here in the GabLocal.tv studio, we have an incredible event that we need to celebrate here, a community event happening here in Topeka. If you've been downtown at all recently, you might have noticed that there's been some construction in the last couple of years. If you've paid any attention at all to this show, you realize that we've talked about it a lot. And one of the topics we've talked about on the show before, back when it was just in the infancy of its fundraising stages, was the Harry Colmery Park. The author of the GI Bill came right here from Topeka, and we're going to be celebrating a park right on Kansas Avenue in his honor. And to tell us all about it today, we have Pat Michaelis, the chair of the Colmery Park Project. How are you, Pat?
Doing great.
Hey, it's good to catch back up with you. Last time we were talking about, now let's get people to give money to this thing,
right,
so we could build this. And what was our goal back then? Do you remember what our financial goal was?
It's interesting. First of all, it started for $50,000 for a statue. Then we added another $200,000 for the park itself, and then we thought, oh, we're gonna have some expenses and probably you better put in some contingency. So the goal was $330,000. So that was the goal.
Yep. And so we made it.
We made it. We've raised $405,000.
Oh, right. Well, I think that's the. If we had some party horns or something, we'd blow that right now, because that's spectacular. Now, what was it like for that? Now, do you have to go out and pull teeth to get that?
Oh, I wouldn't say pull teeth at all.
Okay.
That was not it. And I want to mention right off the bat, we have over 400 donors.
Amazing.
So this is not, I mean, we had
it wasn't one person
$5.
Check or,
No. I mean, we had some larger donations, but you know, in Topeka, the Colmery O'Neill VA Medical Center, but not many people really understand who Colmery is.
I knew that back when it was a learning experience for me.
Right. So as you approach people or tell people about this gentleman, and I mean, and why Topeka is something I should mention. I mean, he lived here for 60 years. He was an attorney. He was president of the chamber, Kiwanis, lived in Potwin, buried in Mount Hope. I mean, so it's clear he is a Topekan. But as you talked about him and told people, you know, that the author of the GI Bill is from Topeka, Kansas, it just was not they were glad to participate.
It changed the world, really.
If you get into the benefits of it, if you take the macro perspective, obviously it changed lives. I mean, education, home loans, you know, directly. It created the middle class. But on a macro perspective, it made the United States a superpower. I mean, we are an educated population.
Absolutely.
So it's big, it's huge.
Absolutely. And you know, that piece of our history, really taking care of our veterans and giving them that support, it just, I mean, it's something we all should be proud of, especially when it comes to supporting Harry Colmery and his memory here. And that's great that we've got so much support from the community, and this project has brought so much awareness to what this is all about. That's important, right?
You know, honestly, it's one of the things. I had three goals, or the community's got three goals. Is one, we want to honor him. Two, we want to educate people. But three, we want to bring people, you know, to downtown Topeka to see the memorial and the park and the plaza and learn about him. So that it all fits together for all three of them are great reasons.
And it's certainly the best time, location, place, everything. We've got a dedication coming up. It's on June 22nd at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You should come down. It's going to be in the 900 block of Kansas Avenue. That's where the park is. It's on the west side of the street, right in the middle of the crosswalk area. So tell us about what we have in store for the dedication.
It's going to be really neat. I'm totally excited. First of all, it might be hot. We understand that. We've got 100 by a 40-foot wide tent to be erected in the middle of the street to give us a little shade. And but Mr. Colmery's got a granddaughter that lives in Mission Hills, and her name is Michaelis, and I think she's bringing 25 of their family members.
Oh, wow.
And she will talk about this, and she remembers, you know, being at the Colmery home in Potwin. And the family is very, very pleased about this. So then Dale Barnett, the National Commander of the American Legion, will speak. And one I'm really most interested in is Major General Paul Funk. General Funk was the commanding general at Fort Riley in the Big Red One. He now is in the Pentagon. I happened to be in Washington, D.C. in the fall and heard him speak, and I asked him about, why are folks, the guys joining now? Why are they enlisting? And the first thing he said was because of the GI Bill and the benefits. Wow. So I thought it was, this is a high-ranking, one of our top guys.
Yeah.
So I just thought it was appropriate. And when I asked him, I thought maybe it's a 20% chance he'll come, and he accepted.
Right off the bat.
Right off the bat.
So what about the family members? That's got to be interesting to talk to them, because it's not like they've gotten the Kardashian level status that I think they might deserve from someone who comes from a family that's responsible for this. How did they take this?
I think they are. The word I would use is appreciative, because they have known for years that he should get some recognition, some honor. There is one other place that I know he is recognized. It's in room 570 at the Mayflower Hotel in Washington, D.C. And there's a plaque on the wall there, a brass plaque that says, in this room, Harry Colmery, with a date, wrote the GI Bill. Wow. So I don't think there's any other recognition. So the family is very appreciative.
Absolutely. Well, again, I say, folks, get downtown. It's going to be June 22nd, coming up right around the corner here. So come on down, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's right in the 900 block of Kansas Avenue. We're on the west side of the street. I'll say that again. So put that in the calendar. Make sure you show up down here and see us. It's just right outside the street from our studio. We'd love to have you all there. Pat Michaelis, thank you so much for not only for coming on the show today, but for all the hard work and dedication you guys have put into making this project a reality. And
sure.
This is just spectacular. Good stuff.
It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. So come on out, folks. Join us down here and celebrate Harry Colmery.
This episode brought to you by Field of Greens and The Break Room, because TV 25 cares.